So today we're looking at 20 questions, 20 real estate questions concerning estates. So good luck. Here we go. What is a fee simple estate? A, an estate for years. B, a life estate. C, the highest form of ownership. D, a leasehold estate. Answer C, the highest form of ownership. A fee simple estate is the most extensive form of ownership, providing the owner with complete control and rights over the property. Which type of estate is based on the duration of a person's life? A, fee simple estate. B, estate for years. C, life estate. D, leasehold estate. Answer C, life estate. A life estate is based on the duration of an individual's life, and ownership reverts to another party upon their death. What is an estate in severalty? A, joint tenancy. B, tenancy by the entirety. C, sole ownership by one person. D, community property. C, sole ownership by one person. An estate in severalty refers to sole ownership by one person. In a joint tenancy, what right takes precedence over the others? A, right of possession. B, right of survivorship. C, right to encumber. D, right of alienation. B, right of survivorship. In joint tenancy, the right of survivorship means that when one co-owner dies, the interest passes to the surviving co-owners. What is the key characteristic of tenancy by the entirety? A, unity of possession. B, right of survivorship. C, joint and several liability. D, equal shares of ownership. B, right of survivorship. Tenancy by the entirety includes the right of survivorship, similar to joint tenancy, but is specific to married couples. What does the term dower refer to? A, wife's interest in husband's property. B, husband's interest in wife's property. C, joint interest of spouses. D, children's interest in parents' property. A, wife's interest in husband's property. Dower is a widow's interest in her deceased husband's real property. What is the primary purpose of a life estate pour autre vie? A, to provide income for the life tenant. B, to benefit the remaindermen. C, to provide for the life tenant's heirs. D, to ensure the property remains vacant. A, to provide income for the life tenant. A life estate pour autre is based on the life of someone other than the life tenant, often created to provide income for the life tenant. Which type of estate lasts for a specific period and then automatically terminates? A, fee simple estate. B, life estate. C, estate for years, D, tenancy by the entirety. C, estate for years. An estate for years has a specific duration, such as a lease for a set number of years, and automatically terminates at the end of that period. What is the main characteristic of a defeasible fee estate? A, absolute ownership, B, conditions subsequent, C, right of survivorship, D, indefinite duration. B, conditions subsequent. A defeasible fee estate is subject to a condition, and if the condition is violated, the estate may be terminated. Which type of estate is not inheritable? A, fee simple estate, B, life estate, C, estate for years, D, joint tenancy. B, life estate. A life estate is not inheritable. It is based on the duration of an individual's life. What is the primary characteristic of community property ownership? A, equal shares between spouses, B, right of survivorship, C, sole ownership by one spouse, D, tenancy by the entirety. A, equal shares between spouses. Community property involves equal ownership and rights between spouses. In a tenancy in common, how are ownership shares determined? A, equally, B, based on financial contributions, C, proportionate to the number of tenants, D, according to seniority. C, proportionate to the number of tenants. In a tenancy in common, ownership shares are proportionate to the number of tenants. What is the purpose of the doctrine of implements? A, to regulate easements, B, to protect fixtures, C, to govern adverse possession, D, to address crops planted by a tenant. D, to address crops planted by a tenant. The doctrine of implements allows a tenant to harvest crops even after the lease has ended. Which type of leasehold estate has no specific duration and continues until terminated by either party? A, estate for years, B, periodic tenancy, C, tenancy at sufferance, D, tenancy at will. D, tenancy at will. Tenancy at will has no fixed duration and continues until terminated by either the landlord or tenant. What is the key characteristic of a periodic tenancy? A, fixed duration, B, automatic renewal, C, no specific duration, D, right of first refusal. C, no specific duration. A periodic tenancy renews automatically for successive periods unless terminated by either party. What is an easement in gross? A, an easement opportunity, B, an individual's personal right to use another's land, C, a right of way, D, an encumbrance on a property. An individual's personal right to use another's land. An easement in gross is a personal right to use another's property as it is not tied to ownership of any particular land. What distinguishes an easement opportunity from an easement in gross? A, it benefits a specific person. B, it benefits a specific piece of land. C, it is transferable. D, it is exclusive. B, it benefits a specific piece of land. An easement opportunity benefits a particular piece of land and is associated with the ownership of that land. What is adverse possession? A, acquiring title through inheritance. B, acquiring title through open and notorious occupation. C, transferring title voluntarily. D, gaining title through foreclosure. B, acquiring title through open and notorious occupation. Adverse possession involves acquiring ownership of land by openly occupying it without the owner's permission for a specified period. What is the purpose of quiet title action? A, to transfer title. B, to resolve disputes over ownership. C, to obtain a mortgage. D, to enforce an easement. B, to resolve disputes over ownership. A quiet title action is a legal proceeding to determine and settle disputes over the ownership of a property. What is the primary purpose of a deed of trust? A, to transfer title. B, to create encumbrance on a property. C, to establish joint tenancy. D, to convey a life estate. B, to create encumbrance on the property. A deed of trust is used to secure a loan by creating a security interest in the property. Well, that's 20 questions. I hope you did well. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. We'll be glad to answer them if we can. Also, give us a like, hit the like button, smash it real quick for us. It helps us in the algorithm. Also, subscribe, hit the notification button so you don't miss any of our videos. I hope you do well on your exam. Have a great day.